Hey. Okay. A lot of people have been wanting to see my hair, so here it is. I cut it. Let's see. I cut my hair. I can't even remember how long ago I cut it, but I cut it pretty short. It was about this long. So, yeah. And this isn't even like my hair fully extended, but it was about this long. I cut it that short. I cut off about 3, 4 inches. I don't know, but I know when I straightened my hair, it came down to my shoulders, and then when I straightened it again after I cut it, it was about here, like not very long at all. Um, but what I've been doing is I've been putting in sew-ins, which is basically me braiding my hair up and then attaching extensions onto it, more so just for aesthetic appeal while my own hair rests and is in braids. And I always knew braids were good to help the hair grow because you're not messing with it. And I just recently took out my weave, and I was actually surprised with the growth, how fast it grew, and the thickness of it. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. Yeah, so I was surprised by the growth of it and how thick it was, because my hair isn't really thick. I got the other side of the family. My grandmama's side of the hair is thick. I got the other side where it's not so thick, but nevertheless it's still curly and all of that. So cool. Oh, there's squirrels, y'all. There are squirrels outside of my window. But if I pick up the camera, he gonna be gone by the time I get up there. But there's this tree, and they all jump like I have like a show going on. It's so cute. And I keep seeing blackbirds. What does that mean? Does it mean anything? I keep seeing, I don't know if they're crows, ravens, I don't know. I just keep seeing like blackbirds. Every time I look out my window or my balcony into the yard behind me, these huge trees, there's always blackbirds. Sometimes like they'll leave if I come out though, which is kind of crazy because the next yard is it's huge and the trees are far away. But I mean, I can still see the black birds because those birds are big these days. And I was trying to get a picture of them, so I came out there with my camera and they ran. Like, this is so weird. Like, birds don't usually leave their trees. Somebody opened their back door or something. I don't know. And they were really far away, so I just found that a little odd. But I just keep seeing birds. Like, I saw them this morning when I stepped out in the front. Is there a meaning to that? And don't say death. Or at least not my death. I don't know. Hold on, not someone close to me. Lord have mercy. Anyways. So, this is the hair. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been doing the doubles. I was doing it and wasn't telling you what I was doing. The twist. The double stranded twist. Because it really just helps me keep my curl pattern. My hair got a little wet in the shower, so it's not really doing it properly. But see, this is the type of curl I get when I just do the 2-strand twists. So I do that to my whole head, and it's just curly, curly, curly. But since it stopped snowing and the weather's better, that's another reason I let my hair out, because I didn't want to do it otherwise. But the snow is melting, it's getting better outside, so sure, I'll let my hair breathe. I notice people treat me different when I have my fro out as opposed to having a weave in or braids or any other things. I get good and bad responses regardless of what kind of hairstyle I have. But with the fro, I don't know why. It's funny. I have to say this. Black people, lots of them, to this day, like, ugh, my nappy hair. Like, if a woman, if it's time for her to get a relaxer, she's always complained about how kinky or nappy her hair is. You know, she don't like it. Right? Or somebody's always joking, girl, you need a perm. Everybody needs to straighten their hair is what people are basically saying. So if I have in a weave or if my own hair is straight or anything like that, basically if my hair is straight, I'm treated a certain way. I've noticed. I went to it's a jazz club / spoken word thing, and this is actually a year ago when I first moved here. And I would go to the spoken word thing, hear people talk, and all. It was nice, you know, give their poetry. But I first came in with a weave. I mean, it was a convincing weave. It was nice, but like they treated me different. Like, you know, the black people in there just, and it was about 99% black people. So yeah, like people were cool to an extent. You know, they just you know, the half smile, you know, shit, and that was about it. Then when I took out my weave one weekend, just went with my fro, like everybody was welcomed me with warmly, and I was like, you fake phony motherfuckers. What does that say about them? What does that say about them? You know, these are the Afrocentric, you know, all, like they really had like, you could see like they had a chip on their shoulder. Even, especially when I had my straight hair, like especially the women, they had their froze out and whatnot. And it's not like I carried myself in a way that was disrespectful. It's not like I was rude to them. I wasn't, you know, I didn't walk in there just like, whatever, I'm the best. No. I came in there, got a drink and sat down and listened, and enjoyed the show. But I just got treated differently. And for that, I don't respect that. I don't respect that because that shows that them saying, you know, that whole, you know, I support my brothers and sisters, my black brothers. No, you don't. You support those that have things in common with you, that have the same belief system as you know, that are turned off by straight weaves and whatnot. Sure, okay? And that I can respect, because at least you're honest. Well, you're not honest about it, but at least that would be the honest thing to say, you know. Because as soon as I put the weave back in, it was back to, I'm like, well, fuck it then. I'm not here to please y'all. I really am not. And I'm not one to do things just because you feel it's right anyways. I was never that type. Nah, I'll do it if I feel it's right, because, you know, I'm doing it anyways. So I just wanted to point that out, because I noticed that's how I was treated with them. With white people, I noticed white men love my natural hair, and they love a weave. I don't think they care, honestly. Let's see, white women. Actually, you know what? No. There was this white lady. I was at the Subway, and it was in the hood. Hey, they had the Subway. It was right there. It was in the hood, so I went. So, got me some Subway, and we're waiting in line behind these girls with, you know, relaxers and all types of creative hairstyles, you know, that climb to the freaking ceiling, you know, all that. And then I came in line, and that's when I had my fro out. She was like, your hair is so beautiful. And I was really self-conscious. That was the first day I had taking my hair out that winter, and I was like, oh man, I hope like I don't get a whole bunch of flack for having a fro. You know how people are. I'm like, I hope I don't get a whole bunch of disrespect or whatever. And I was surprised that the white lady was like, you know, I love your hair. It's beautiful. It's so much better than all. And yeah, she definitely said it. She was like, it's so much better than all these other girls. She was talking about all the other stuff that black women do to their hair, and I was like, oh wow, yeah. I found that interesting. Found that funny though. So you know what? I think that's about the only experience. Like, white women don't usually talk about my hair. They don't usually acknowledge it. Well, I mean, as a fro, except for her. They probably acknowledge it. They just don't say anything to me. Black people. How do black people, like just the average black person in America, in the area I'm in, how do they react to my weaves? It's usually a, ooh girl, who did it? It's cute. Or they don't say anything because we're used to weaves. Yeah. If they see me with a fro, either like they'll try to put their hands in my hair. Ugh, I hate that. Just come up and, girl, you mixed. It's so soft and shit. Or, I've never gotten any bad vibes from black people when I had a fro, I've noticed. Which is interesting. Usually they seem intimidated when I have my fro. They're like, you know, they standoffish a little. Why is that? Why do black people, they don't know how, I guess they put me in the category, they see me with a fro. They usually, I don't know, they think I have like some militant attitude. Like, I don't know. That's not the case. But I find it interesting. Just very interesting. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm not too concerned about who approves of my hairstyles, because clearly there's a lot of different opinions, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not really good at, you know, doing things just because people tell me to or want me to do them. Nah. I have this stubborn streak that, you know, only allows me to do what I feel is right. Anyways, that's all.